are specialized in business immigration. We have the domain name or rightvisa.com. We have the email ID is Gowrisankar at rightvisa.com. Domain name Rightkaar at rightVisa.com. RIGHT visa.com.
Yeah. So
we helped thousands of companies and individuals for the last 18 years or so.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, Gowrisankar. As I said initially, right, Gowrisankar has helped so many families, thousands of families, like especially to navigate these complexities of US immigration. So today we are going to talk about like what was the things happened from the last couple of days. Is the Gowrisankar, let's start with, is the 100K fee explicitly required by statute or regulation, or is it is it via executive proclamation only?
Yeah, it is a presidential proclamation. What that means is it doesn't have the force of statute or constitution or a regulation. It is a presidential proclamation. In case the president has signature items that they would want to temporarily pass, and see if they can get it enacted by the Congress. But that doesn't mean that there are not going to be impediments or the restrictions on the power of presidency. There can be a court case. I mean, I'm assuming there are going to be several court cases going to be filed latest tomorrow.
Okay.
And they're all in the works, either by the special interest organizations or the employers, the biggest employers, corporate companies, or the individuals, together, or the Immigration Lawyers Association, their special wings, and also some not-for-profit organizations, who serve immigrants and take care of their interests.
Okay.
So it is it's by no means it's a statute or something passed by the Congress. It is a presidential power, but that will go away with the president unless it is enacted by the statutes. Enacted by the Congress, or limited by the Supreme Court. Finally, so when these cases are filed at lower courts, they will be appealed, and generally federal courts, and then they will be appealed, and then it will go to the Supreme Court for the final decision.
Okay. Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah.
So I not want anybody to worry about this.
Okay.
I understand, it caused a lot of fear in the the minds of the people, communities, the people who are in India, other countries, abroad, and also corporations, employers, and their employees, and the family members. So we should wait for more guidance on this going forward. From tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of clarifications by the department or the government or by the president's office. Through different means.
Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah. Today I'm talking to Gowrisankar Chalagundla, a renowned immigration attorney. We are discussing a lot about the H-1B stuff, so what happened from the last 2 days, how it's going to impact us. We are not going to take any live calls, but if you have anything to share, we are live on a YouTube channel also. Please leave your comments there, and I can take it from there. But we are live on a YouTube, and we are live on a Bolly 92.3 also. So, Gowrisankar, so what legal precedents exist for such a fees? Are there anything you're expecting?
From time to time, presidents have, tried to implement their signature promises. But generally, most of those ordinances, um, it's a presidential power, but it has limitations, and it was done by several presidents in the past.
Okay.
But the scope of them, varies. Um, I there were in the past there was increase in the fees, but that was by um, publication of the rule, and then any comments by the public, and then modifications done by the department. So that is again it's an executive um, power.
Okay.
It, I would say, in general, there were these kind of ordinances came into force, but not to the extent of this magnitude. To this level of controversy. That is causing now.
Yeah, I think I really agree with you because I was just doing a simple math. Like there was a 1 million people close to was on H-1B. The way it was mentioned in the live videos or the videos during Mr. Trump, right? Like they were saying 100K per year. The magnitude was close to 100 billion if you had even calculated it. The magnitude was such that,
Right.
but I think slowly they started releasing a few things and they started clearing up most of the people's mind on yesterday afternoons. But for right now, for someone abroad with a petition filed before September 21st, are they fully safe from the fee or are there possible complications? Example, visa stamping, another.
Yeah, yeah, it is still questionable. I mean, suppose they're outside the country and the petition is already filed here. Um, if there, it's not clear yet. I'm hoping there will be more clear, uh, the clarification from the White House or the USCIS on that matter. But looks like, in one of the memos they said um, cases that are not filed, so that will attract the fee for the people who are outside the country. And also, one of the guidance also says, even though the cases are filed, but they're not adjudicated yet, but the people are outside the country, they're abroad, so they will have to say that, so before the adjudication, the USCIS need to call for, they expect the 100,000 fee. So we will have to wait and see how this is going to pan out in the coming days.
Correct. Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to Gowrisankar Chalagundla, a famous immigration attorney. He's from the Bay Area, and we're discussing more of the things on the H-1B stuffs, what happened from a couple of days. If you have anything, do leave your comments on the YouTube live. We are live on YouTube and we are live on a Boli 92.3 also. One more thing, like Gowrisankar, like if one is currently holding an H-1B and traveling abroad, what documentation should they carry to avoid issues or a re-entry on a re-entry?
That part has not changed. So usually you need to carry a copy of the petition, the original approval, H-1B approval notice, then a current pay stub, and most of the people are, if you're talking from the point of view of the consulting company, most of their employees are all placed at client sites and client work locations. So in that case, they'll have to carry the client letter, the current client letter, and W-2s. So that is some of those documents that are very important for them to travel and come back the visa interview or for even the port of entry.
Wow, that many documents needs to be carried. I didn't even aware on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So.
That has not changed.
Uh-huh.
That has been the practice. But of course, they can also ask about, their experience sometimes, and did they work for some company or not? Um, is it genuine or not, a particular experience, or if they get a doubt on the education, in a rare case, I would say, somebody has completed a bachelor's degree or not. I mean, their queries can go to any extent, especially at the port of entry, even I would say at the consulate level.
Yeah. Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and today I'm live with Gowrisankar Chalagundla, our famous attorney, and we're talking a lot about the H-1B serves and immigrations. If you have any comments, do leave it on a YouTube Live. We're live on a YouTube Live and a Bali 92.3. One more thing, right? Like, what happens if a petition, like,
I wanted to add one more thing. I think right now I would advise, this is a general advice. The employers have to talk to their immigration lawyers, and the employees will have to talk to their, immigration lawyers and take a specific advice before they go out of the country. I would not advise anybody going out of the country right now. They should all stay in the country. Wait for the dust to settle, and to know exactly who is getting affected, who is not getting affected. So I would bring in a lot of caution before you travel.
Yeah, I think that's a safest bet, right? Not to travel for until this is completely, because the proclamation is the different, and what is White House is tweeting is a different, and it's nothing clear. So there would be a lot of confusions when you're landing here. But if
anybody has any questions, they can reach out to our office and schedule a consultation, either leave a message or call 408-855-8472, or email me at GOWRISANKAR at rightvisa.com, RAGHT
Okay, but I've got somebody from the YouTube. They've commented. So both the parents are in India, but the kid and their grandparents are staying here. They went to write some exams in India, but if they need to come back, what is the safest, like, for them to, like? Is it safe for them to return right now, or like they need to carry any the documentations, whatever?
Yeah, they should come back. I'm assuming they have a H-1B visa for the husband. If there's a husband or a wife, whoever is a H-1B holder, and the spouse having the H-4 visa, and also the kid, if they were born out of the country, born in India or any other country, then probably they are on H-4 too. Unless they were born in the United States. So what I would advise is, if they have a H-1B stamp already, H-4 stamp, they should get back to the country before anything changes.
Okay, and this rule right now doesn't even apply for H-4, right? Is that correct? H-4 they are not impacted.
Yeah, they are not impacted. The H-4s are not impacted. L2 visa holders, the dependents of L1 visa, or any dependents of any other visa, they are not affected. L1 don't come into question right now. Maybe there will be probably they will also include L1 at some point of time, expand the ordinance or regulation, the presidential appropriation to include those. I'm not so sure at this point. So right now they are only talking about H1. So they should get back to the country. So H4s are not affected as long as the H1B person is not affected. You know what I mean? I mean, if the H-1B is affected in the sense
Mm-hmm.
they're yet to get the visa from the consulate,
Mm-hmm.
their H-1B is not approved yet in the US,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I think probably this fee applies. So if they already have a visa, H-1B visa, then they don't need to worry. But they should get back to the country as well.
Okay, okay. So, but regarding the what exactly must the employer document concerning the 100K payment? How will this proof be verified? Is there any right now is clear on?
Guidance, yeah. So far there is no guidance on that.
Mhm,
What kind of a proof and how do they make the payment?
mhm.
So I think those details will be formulated in the coming days.
Okay,
Um, so, I don't think people, the companies need to rush into paying those
okay.
yet. There can be a stay, a
Okay.
court stay,
Uh-huh.
uh, in the coming days. I mean, of course, everybody is speculating.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure there is going to be a lot of fight back on this.
Yeah, because one of my known friend, right, like was my client was he was from the big company was in the Taiwan. Their immigration called them, the attorney called them like you wherever you are there, right, just take your the immediate flight. It might be a business class or economic class. Take the flight, just leave the country from there and come to US. That was the level of things. This was like escalated from last 3 4 days.
Right, right. So when the initial proclamation came, this first time that the proclamation came in on Friday,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
So it was not clear. So people were scrambling. They were speculating as to who are all got affected, and anybody who doesn't enter the country. I mean, whoever is outside the country, even though they have visas. So people thought, it applies to everybody who is outside the country, whether they have visa or not. So that was the interpretation then. Yeah. So based on that, the immigration lawyers, their employers, called, employees of those companies, whoever they were representing, to tell them to come back before this ordinance take into effect. The last night, I would say, in the morning, so 12 o'clock, middle of the night of 21st. That
Yeah.
is today.
Thank you so much, Gauri Garu. Like, if somebody wants to reach out, like if they have any other questions, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, either by phone number or by email. The phone number is 408-855-8472, or the email ID GOWRISANKAR at rightvisa.com. RIGHT visa.com.
Yeah, listeners, please reach out to Gauri to get more information on the immigrations. He's a famous attorney and he can help you on a lot of on the H-1Bs and EB-5s. I not EB-1 name, EB-1 and other alternative visas also. You can talk to him because always I kept on saying to the listen, like a lot of my clients also, when you are on H1, look for the other alternatives because it's very fast the things changes. So better to have a but immigrations needs to be covered well. That is where it is. Thank you, Gauri Garut. Thanks for joining in today.
Thank you very much. Actually, commendable that, though you're in a real estate, you're a real estate agent, still you're trying to cover a lot of other areas, that are of interest to your clients or general public. It's very commendable what you're doing, Nagaraj.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, listeners, as you heard, like Gauri, thanks for the Gauri was in today was traveling in Los Angeles, but still he was able to join in with such a short span of a time. I should thank him for that. He came in the board and explained about so many changes which has happened in today, but. Going back to this, since we have only a couple of minutes left over in this show, like I would like to talk about the real estate also, right? Like I kept on saying, always keep on saying the real estate how can it be a build a vehicle. It can be one of the vehicle which can build a wealth. So always you need to plan, and always plan for the uncertainties also, and never, and one more big advice is like, keep your body and the work separated. Don't mix both of the things, because when you mix both, then your health starts showing a degradations. Okay, so I would always encourage, keep both separately whenever the things changes, because nowadays we are in the social media world, things changes very fast, and we get basically get into a risk, or like what, maybe you will then you start feeling the low things, right? Like that's why separate it out, so that you can enjoy each and everything. Thank you so much for joining in. If you have any questions on the real estate or anything else, do reach out to me. The best way is go to nagarajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.